We're getting the razor ready for today's shave. I don't know how many times or if I've ever used it. This is a Geneva Cutlery, and that's all it says on it. Geneva Cutlery, Geneva, New York. It's an American made blade. I'm sure it's got good steel in it. And we're doing a good, you know, some laps on, this is a fire hose strop. And then I'll switch to, this one's my favorite, is a 3-inch wide. It's a Griffith cowhide strop. And it's come to be kind of my favorite one because it's wide enough that the whole razor lays on there. So I don't have to worry about any English to get the whole blade on there. So we get plenty of, it's a little bit longer than average too. This is a 24-inch strop. So it gets a good long draw, and we'll see if it helps us. Well, I don't know because I didn't check the blade before we even started. But I think this will do well. Let's have a look. Just taking the skin right off the back of my hand. We'll be using Stirling Green today with the aftershave on Safety Cat Studios YouTube channel. See you there. For today's shave, I just kind of grabbed a razor out of the cabinet, and it's in a coffin here. And I probably should have looked at the coffin before I got out. It's this Pyramid brand by Geneva Cutlery. So when I was stropping it and I did my intro video, all I knew is when it was just a Geneva Cutlery. But fine razor. We're doing everything kind of from ground zero. I don't have anything made up yet. We'll be using Stirling Green today, and using a this is a American chestnut. This came out of a barn or on scout camp, and I saved a chunk of it and had this made into a brush by my very dear friend Gray Dog. I haven't seen him in a long time. Kind of miss the fella. It's a synthetic. It's a synthetic nut, so you only have to just dip it, get a little bit of water in there, and begin to load the Stirling, which is pretty much the best way to do this because your brush has enough moisture, and then you just load it a few seconds like this. A little bit of water will drip out of the brush, and you can just commence to whipping. I've decided I really like these copper lather bowls, and since I've been using it, it's really taken on a neat patina. It's turning green and all kinds of colors, so that if somebody was to burglarize my house, they would never take away my favorite lather bowl because it's so not as pretty. A few turns, I've got just a coating of lather in the bottom and some on here, which is essentially what I'm after. I'm gonna dip the tips and just get a little bit, so I have a little bit more of, you know, some substance to it. And that's all I really need for this shave. I'm pretty confident this razor's good and sharp. So sure, the help that Stirling gives, because it's plenty slick. Will be plenty to take care of this beard. This is 2 days worth. We had a little bit of spring weather for a couple days, we're gonna get some storms, and then it's gonna turn back cold again, which is as it should be for spring. Weather comes up and down. Spring and summer wouldn't mean so much if it came on like a switch. I have a transition. Stirling green has a very nice classic. I think it's inspired by polo green, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, I could tell when I was dropping this, you could kind of get a little bit of feedback. Anyway, I do when I'm dropping. You kind of feel whether it's helping the razor or not, and I could tell it didn't need a whole lot. Geneva cutlery. Is progenitor of many, many very fine American-made razors. And eventually turned into case cutlery, case knives. They don't make razors anymore. I think that era is gone, and means I'll just enjoy these all the more. We came to a decision about that old Honda CR-V that we were talking about in my last shave. We decided that it's great. It's probably a terrific old car, but you get something that old, 29 years old, with that few miles, it's probably sat an awful lot. And for what we need to use it for, my wife wanted to use it to commute. My experience and my mechanic's experience with cars like that have been probably not as positive as I would have liked. So I think we're gonna look locally. I've got the money set aside to buy something else if she decides she wants something else. If not, it's okay. But she did like the idea of getting that kind of a car. That CR-V is kind of a neat size and shape. Kind of covers several different mission profiles, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it. I'm dangerously close to a blade stall right there. Got a high follicle there too. I know that's what you're looking for when you watch a guy shave. You're kind of hoping a catastrophe strikes. Kind of like watching a Daytona 500 or something. Every now and then a nice wreck is. You kind of hope nobody dies. But it's fun to watch a nice wreck. Boy, actually a pretty darn good shave. Let's do one more down here in the neckle regions. where I usually have problems. And that's that. That's dusting off. The alum's gonna give me the true measure of a shave. I kind of pride myself in just a 2-pass. I sometimes will do 3-pass shaves, but I've never had to. 2 is plenty for what I want. No buzz at all. Let's hit ourselves up with a little Ayers lemon. I think the witch hazel fairy is coming through, putting a little bit of witch hazel in that bottle between times when I use it, because I keep using it and it keeps not running out. Our aftershave comes with it, Stirling green. I got it pretty quick up there. Let's get a little closer. There you go. It will all smell wonderful now, and it'll tone down by tomorrow morning when we go to church. I won't be that guy, because this particular formula, it's green, is a powerful fragrance. It has a kind of an evergreen fragrance to it. It's pretty strong, so I'll need it to wear down a little bit before I go to anywhere to be around a bunch of people, because they'll all be going, it's him. And we don't really need that. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're so inclined. I'm Major Rich. You'll find me at theshavingcodger.com or on my YouTube channel, Safety Cat Studios. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.